Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Chad. Welcome back to some more Modern Warfare, and happy Halloween! This year is obviously going to be quite a bit different from the years that we're all used to, I'd assume anyway. Obviously, this year, things are not the safest, and just in general, just probably not a good idea to be handing out candy at your front door, in my opinion anyway. Hey, do what you want to do, I'm just saying, me. It's sad shit, but even as I was growing up, my little town and everything that I was from just stopped going trick-or-treating and stuff a whole bunch, so now there's an actual reason to just stop other than just being told that you're too old to be handed a piece of Laffy Taffy. Because honestly, that's really all I wanted. I actually stopped going trick-or-treating pretty early. I was one of those kids that always wanted to be like a ninja. I don't know why. So they have finally blessed us and brought back Shoot the Ship for our, hardships here. And they brought back the triple XP thing over the weekend for just the Halloween event in general, since this is the end of the whole thing or whatever. Then we'll see what they have in store for, after that. But I'd say that this event that ends in 3 days anyway, it's definitely the best event that they've ever done on Modern Warfare, 100%. So we're just gonna queue up some hardcore shipment and we're gonna work out this AS-Val. So I've been working on this AS-Val for literally over like a week, probably 2 weeks, maybe even more than that. The thing is, I never really had like a full day to really truly commit to using it. So now that I have shipment, it makes it much easier. By the way, I am double uploading, so this isn't the only video that's gonna be up for the day. I'm pretty sure the next like 2 or 3 days, maybe even more than that, are gonna be double uploads on my channel. You'll get an upload of Call of Duty, and then you'll get an upload of Little Hope. That's how I always did my series on my channel. I would end up double uploading them instead of like having it all, be a whole week where people that don't get what they came here for. This game mode is gonna be completely brain dead if I'm using that AA-12. I'm gonna have to get an Obsidian too. I could definitely do a shoddy in a day, 100%. I was doing it before in a day. The assault rifles ain't no joke though. 200 of them is tough. It's like they're like, what, 3,000 kills? As far as Halloween goes, I mean, not really much going on besides that series and stuff. I'll have that up each and every single, I'll have that up until it's finished, however long it is. Why does everyone permanently have pumpkin heads on this? Is it like a hardcore thing, or is it just Shoot the Ship? Maybe it only happens on just shipment? I don't know. Besides Halloween being, completely uneventful, there is actually a UFC event, and Anderson Silva, my GOAT, we have a whole bunch of, GOAT talk and stuff going on with Khabib. My GOAT, Anderson Silva is... I don't know, there's just no one like that guy. The fact that he's in his mid-40s and was able to even stand with Adesanya to any degree is just, it says something. Oh, nice, I just got an audio copyright notice for the Little Hope parts. Okay, man. It's the same shit that they did to me on Alien. All right, well, if there's a part of the video cut out, you know why. It is the worst, man, when you have such a good game that is just based on, like, watching a movie and everything like that, and you're experiencing everything, and you're experiencing the atmosphere, the music, the sounds, and then of all things, that is a problem for me to hear and put in a video, is the background music to the entire atmosphere of the entire game. How is that? I want shipment. I'm gonna keep cherry picking these lobbies until I keep getting shipment over and over and over and over until this thing is Obsidian, just like everything else I got. Shipment domination, there we go. I have this AK-47 class sitting in here, or the 74U class sitting here, ready to... I'm gonna try to use it in Warzone, but I'm gonna get these Obsidian things first. All right, some predictions for you to lose some money. Bobby Green versus Thiago Moises. Bobby Green seems like a cool guy. I like his energy. I don't know. Seems cool. I'm gonna just pull for him. I mean, I'm not entirely sure about the other guy that he's fighting. No disrespect to Thiago. I just, been watching Bobby Green for his past, I don't know how many fights at this point. And we got Kevin Holland versus Charlie Ontiveros. Again, I'm a big fan of Kevin Holland. I've been watching him basically ever since, like, all of the Apex and Fight Island stuff. He's just been kind of fighting a whole bunch, so I've seen a bunch of his fights, and I like his energy. He sits around in the fight. He'll talk to him, talk trash, but he's kind of funny about it. Like, he'll be fighting a dude that's, like, super muscle-bound and shit, and he'll be in the middle of fighting and making comments about how muscle-bound he is. Dude will swing, like, a massive punch that nearly decapitated him, and then he'll just make some sort of joke. You can hear it, too, since, there's no crowd and stuff. You can hear him talking. I love the energy that Kevin Holland brings. I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland, too. Obviously, again, no disrespect to his opponent. I just don't know much about him. Got Maurice Green, who is huge, by the way, and obviously has a ton of power with how massive he is. Got Maurice Green versus Greg Hardy. This is gonna be... It's either someone's gonna get flatlined, or both of the dudes are gonna be so afraid of each other's power that it's gonna be like Ngannou Lewis all over again. I'm not really sure who I want to pull for in this fight. Greg Hardy has shown that he's gotten better over his fights, but I don't really know. This is definitely gonna be a thing where these dudes are just gonna swing at each other with a ton of power. I mean, I've seen Greg put people away, but I mean, Maurice, this is probably the biggest guy he's ever fought, right? Maurice is huge. He's 6'7", 82-inch reach. That's a big thing for Hardy to have to, you know, work through. Given Hardy also has an 80-inch reach. I mean, he's not a small guy either, so. No, I believe. I'm gonna go Greg Hardy. Co-main event, we got Bryce Mitchell versus Andre Fili. This fight is gonna be a clean, like, this is dangerous. This is like the people's main event. Anyone that has actually, like, watched, knows anything about either of these guys, this is just a ridiculous matchup. I mean, Andre Fili is ridiculously dangerous. I just actually died from my own grenade that I had thrown over there. But I had died so instantaneously that it looked like an extra long spawn. I cannot wait for Cold War. Assuming so, Andre Fili is a much more dangerous guy in the stand-up. And he comes forward with a lot of pressure. He's not just gonna let Bryce just stand there. And if he has him hurt, he's gonna jump on him. Now, here's the thing. Bryce Mitchell is shown to be one of the scariest grapplers out there at the moment in that division. He attacks from a lot of different angles, got twisters, and all sorts of crazy different shit in there. So, very, very dangerous. This is a classic striker versus grappler kind of matchup. But they're both capable of still doing what their, quote, weak point is. I think Bryce can still stand. He shouldn't, in my opinion, obviously. But Fili also can grapple at least a little bit. I just don't know exactly how he deals with the kind of pressure and crafty guard and all sorts of other stuff that Bryce does. That fight is good, and I can't really pick who's gonna win it. I mean, I'd say the most likely thing would be that Andre Fili would be able to kind of overwhelm Bryce Mitchell in the stand-up. Since the fight starts there, he'll start with the advantage, and he might be able to actually do something to him and hurt him and, you know, not allow him to actually do anything on the ground. Or it can turn into a thing where he's not able to, you know, get off on his feet, and Bryce eventually ends up smothering him with grappling and clinching and other things, holding up against a fence, and then eventually taking him down, grinding him out until he basically has no pop in his punches anymore, and he wins that way by either submitting him or just, you know, unanimous decision. That seems like the more boring, more realistic, you know, way to go, but it's obviously not out of the realm of possibilities that Fili literally just walks up and can actually just straight up knock him out. This dude, it's not just power either, he's fast. And the main event, we got my GOAT, Anderson Silva versus Uriah Hall. Now, the thing I don't like about this fight, obviously, is the fact that it is Anderson Silva's last fight. I don't even know how to explain it. Watching Stipe beat up Daniel Cormier, for example, felt like someone was beating my dad up in front of me. It just felt so wrong, like this just shouldn't be happening. I don't want Anderson to lose, man, I really don't. But at the same time, Uriah Hall has had such a hard road that he's just been on in general with, you know, the struggles that he had, with all the success that he had very, very early in his career, and then in the Ultimate Fighter and all that stuff where he was blowing up, he kind of just ended up just dropping really important fights here and there. So, thing is, I love his style, I love his demeanor, I love all sorts of things about the guy. I love his fighting style. You guys notice a pattern here. I love anyone that has any kind of, like, anime type of influence to anything. Anything that's even close to any kind of, like, anime reference, powering up, anything like that, doing fucking Hadoukens and shit like that. Yeah, I fuck with it. Anderson Silva is obviously old. I think he's about 45 years old when he fought toe-to-toe with Adesanya. Obviously did lose, but man, it says something about how good this guy really is. You can say whatever you want about, you know, the tests and whatever it may be, but man, you did not find anybody out there. There've been a ton of people that has happened to, but you will never find someone that did what he did. We talk about Khabib and, you know, dominant wins and stuff like that. This dude did it longer and more impressively, in my opinion. It's done with just a style and finesse, nothing ugly about it. It is just all finesse. And that's why he's my GOAT. He literally looked like, to me, that guy, I look at him, and during that time, right before the Chris Weidman fight, man, that dude felt like Superman to me. So to watch him lose hurts me. So I really want Anderson Silva to win this just for his final fight. He confirmed that this will be his final fight. So I'm going to go with Anderson Silva here. I know that this isn't a very, you know, long video or anything like that, but, you know, I'm going to let people, you know, do whatever they want with their day. Got 2 videos going up today, 2 videos tomorrow, probably 2 videos the next day. Anyway, thank you guys so much for all the love and support on the videos and the channel recently. And, yeah, it's been Jeff, guys. Later.